So you were saying that we will do nothing kind of farming, not
do that.
even using compost
No,
or
no compost.
no weeding, no
weeding.
tilling, nothing, no
And
chemical.
no modification of soil also.
No modification of the
modification
soil
of
even,
okay.
so natural. And
It's a
then
natural.
you're planning to have some eco homes around it?
Yes, you see, let's look at the forest. Okay, forest, nobody do anything with the soil, nobody do anything with this thing, the tree just growing, the bushes just growing,
Yeah.
Okay, then if you go to forest, let's say you forage anything, you live at it, then the whole thing is coming back, So what we are going to do in the future that we will mimic the natural forest, okay, but only thing is that we will plant this economic tree, like the fruit trees, no? Maybe you plant 100 of fruit trees, that is the primary trees, okay. Then between the trees, we plant the so-called secondary, secondary tree like this citrus, citrus. There's a cocoa, coffee, all these are secondary. These are secondary. Then on the ground, then we can plant the cover crops. Cover crops. So we have tried on the bendy, the okra. Okay, we just we just put it as this, and the thing just grow, just grow together with grass, together with this thing. Then we harvest. Then what we are going to do is that we are going to come up something like a forest. So you have a primary trees, you have the secondary trees, you have the cover crops. Then we are not going to plant the crop on one time, Okay, now the problem is that even in permaculture and this thing, they try to plant rows of vegetable. This is the thing, we don't go for that, We just go for this direct seeding. We seed it directly, Then we seed it at different time, so that at any times of the day, you will get a young plant. Okay, the plant that is good for foraging, and the mature plant that bearing seeds, Okay, so we forage the plant, which is good to harvest.
Yeah.
Then we also harvest the seed, from this thing. Then we just throw it back to the ground. This thing, so that the whole thing will become a natural equilibrium. That is the best eco farming. Then of course on the area there we can build the eco homes. We can using the bamboo. We can using this log, to make a log house. Actually very cheap, to build a log house. Then we are thinking of maybe we are getting this maybe let's say a few thousand acres of land. Okay, we can lease from the government. Then we can gazette the land, into 1 acre each. Then 1 acre maybe you can put a log house. Then we can plant the 3 layers of these economic trees and bushes and this thing, so that we will get the constant supply of these organic fruits, vegetables, and spices, okay, without doing anything.
Where do you plan it to be? In which state?
Now we are try to get a land. Try to get a land. So we also started to apply the land in Selangor here, in Pahang, in Kelantan, in Kedah also. So whichever they give us the land first, then we can start this concept.
How do we deal with the wild animals in the
No, we don't disturb them. No, you see, in our system, we don't do anything, to eradicate the wild animal, or to do away with these insects, and this even the rats. This thing we try to have some kind of equilibrium. Now, wild animal, there are 2 categories. One is a dangerous wild animal. Okay, like in Malaysia we have this. Sometimes we have this black panther. Black panther. Of course, that is very risky. And also in Kedah State, they still have this wild buffalo. They are also risky. Okay, but in Malaysia, basically, we don't have much type of wild animal. So these bear, so we have some bear, and also maybe there is some kind of there also some tiger. But you see, we can always plant certain type of plant, For example, jatropha. Jatropha is a poisonous plant. So we plant in the peripheries. Normally, this animal they never come in. We do experiment, they never come in. This thing, because this plant.
Snakes.
Okay, snake they'll come in. This the thing. You see, only thing said when we go this natural farming, of course you do the certain kind of precaution. You need to put it high this a high heel boot. You need to go for this kind of protection. This thing, and we are not going to kill the snake. We are not going to kill this thing. Because the snake and the rat, they'll be in equilibrium. It'll be in equilibrium. But normally the snake, if you don't disturb them, why should they go and come and bite us? No, these are the thing. And this concept, we are not the first one to talk about this concept. No, it's already doing well, especially in India. Okay, because this concept has come from India. The Zen gardening come from India. They are doing it in Europe, in Greece. They do it very well. No, so
And there are people living in the area as well.
yeah, people living in the area. Then every week they go and forage.
Oh.
In Greek, they forage the forest for the past 30 over years now, without doing anything. Every week, doing forest stuff. They get all the fruit, vegetable, everything.
Wow. So actually, life can be so simple. Just
No,
plant enough, eat enough. go to sleep.
Enough. This thing. And actually, I like to quote this Fukuoka. He said, if you wanted to save the world,
Yes.
just do nothing. You don't
Just
disturb
do
it.
nothing.
Just do nothing.
That
Just
would be
let
perfect ending to this video.
it will balance back by itself.
All right, everyone, do nothing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.